This is going to be a quick minimum wage update for business owner and restaurant clients and friends. Effective January 1st, 2026, minimum wage in Missouri will increase to $15 per hour. Many other states will also have changes to minimum wage effective January 1st, 2026, so I'll have a link in the show notes to a chart by ADP that will show the minimum wage by state. Most businesses are subject to minimum wage requirements. Failure to pay minimum wage or properly pay overtime can result in significant penalties under both state and federal labor laws. For restaurants, paying tipped employees a reduced minimum wage, the tip credit minimum wage will be $7.50 an hour. Restaurants that use tip pooling should be aware of strict tip pooling rules. Owners, managers, and supervisors may never receive or keep tips from a tip pool. In addition, if cooks, dishwashers, or other employees who are not customarily tipped are included in a tip pool, the restaurant may not use the tip credit minimum wage and must pay the full minimum wage to all employees in the tip pool, including servers and bartenders. I'm going to expand on that last section a little bit just to make sure my restaurant clients understand that. So if you're doing tip pooling and you are paying servers in 2026 $7.50 an hour plus tips, you can't pool the wage from that server that you're paying $7.50 an hour to non-customarily tipped employees. So if you do tip pooling and then you include in the tip pool cooks, dishwashers, kitchen help, those are non-customarily tipped employees. You can still do that, but you cannot pay the servers and bartenders now $7.50 an hour plus tips. You must pay them the full minimum wage of $15 an hour. So I just want to make sure that my restaurant owners are clear on that point. For employers that pay based on piecework that are subject to minimum wage, the total pay for the work week divided by the total hours worked must equal or exceed minimum wage. I'm going to expand on that point again as well too. So if you're an employer paying employees by piecework, so you pay $10 per piece developed or completed, and in an hour somebody completes 3 pieces, you paid them $30. Great, you're above minimum wage. If in an hour they create a piece and they've only created one and you pay them $10, you're paying them below minimum wage. So you have to know what they're making per hour. So you have to know their hours worked in order to determine that you're compliant with minimum wage. That same applies with overtime. In order to know that you're compliant with the overtime requirements, you have to know the hours that they work to produce the piece. Paying by piecework does not just get you out of those requirements. You must still comply with the rates per hour. So if minimum wage is $15 per hour, then by piecework, that person still has to produce $15 of wage income within an hour. And if they're working overtime, they would have to be getting paid time and a half. So you can still pay them by piecework, but the piecework has to exceed the minimum wage and overtime rates. If you believe your business would be exempt from minimum wage or overtime pay requirements, we would recommend reviewing that determination with an attorney, particularly knowledgeable in labor law. Well, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope that was helpful and useful. Thanks for watching.